until the end of this year. I'm going to do my book review. I have mixed feelings about this book. Hello and welcome to my channel. So today I'm going to have a reset day before November starts, and even though it's going to be a reset day, it is not going to be probably the most productive day and a little bit more relaxed, just because I'm really not in the mood to be productive today. I'm feeling very tired, I did not sleep very well. However, I'm trying to go against my will to stay in bed the entire day before work and just relax and read and actually do something productive. So my idea before lunch is to start cleaning my bathroom, clean up also my makeup brushes, and also fold all the laundry. And in the afternoon I'm going to do what I usually do on reset days, review my goals, what I want to accomplish until the end of the year, how it was the past month, October, and do a little bit of book review of all the books that I read during October. And now I'm going to start to cleaning my bathroom, even though I really don't want to do that. I'm really not in the mood to clean or, as I told you, to do anything productive. Our water here at my hometown, it is very hard, so like the water kind of stains the glass and it is a little bit hard to clean the glass. So I really hate to clean like the shower glasses because it's so annoying, honestly. Now I'm going to clean this shelf, and I need to really organize my products. I feel that every week or every 2 weeks I'm constantly organizing my product because they are always all over the place. I don't think this it is a great method to put in these boxes to organize. I have in here some products that I don't use that often, so the ones that I don't use that often I'm going to put in this box, and the ones that I use every single day or weekly, it's going to this box. At least I know like the second box probably it will stay organized longer. This box is not very organized, but it will never be, honestly, because I'm always taking parts from here and putting in here without an order. So until I find like a new method to organize this, I will just accept this box. But if they stay like this, I'm already happy. My idea after cleaning the bathroom was to take a quick shower and, you know, do my skincare, maybe a little bit of self-care, something, and then after it make the other tasks that I wanted to do before lunch. However, I forgot that after cleaning the floor I would have to wait a little bit to make sure that it is dry, you know, before I go and take a shower. So I'm going to fold the laundry right now and then I'm going to take a shower. I don't know if you are like me, but my favorite part about cleaning the bathroom, it is after it to take a shower. I feel that after cleaning the bathroom, I deserve a little treat, you know. So I'm going to put some eye patches. And while I have the eye patches, I'm going to clean my makeup brushes. They really need to be cleaned, really. I love the feeling of eye patches. It is amazing. Oh, great. I love like eye patches. I feel like eye patches are a perfect way to do like a little self-care during the weekday, because most of the people don't have a lot of time during the weekday to do, you know, a self-care. So I feel that eye patches are just perfect. I love to do eye patches when I'm like, I don't have like a lot of time and I have a lot of things to do. So like I put eye patches and I keep doing all the things that I have to do. And that's what I'm going to do right now, because I'm going to clean my makeup brushes. In this way, everything that I wanted to do before lunch, it is done, and then I'm going to eat lunch. I'm starving. I really need to eat something. The time of the day to review my goals until the end of this year, also review this last month. So first of all, thinking about last month, I did not watch my October monthly reset. However, I have an idea about what I talked about in terms of goals, and I think I focus more on my 2025 goals and what I could do to accomplish them in that month. And at the time, I felt pretty good about most of my goals. If I'm not wrong, until the end of September, I had read 8 books, so I needed to read more 4 books to accomplish my goals of reading 12 books until the end of the year. And during October, I read 3 books. And as soon as I finish the book that I'm currently reading, I'm going to finally accomplish this goal. However, I feel already happy with it, and I already felt that I accomplished this goal. And it's because when I put this goal in here, the idea was to create a habit of reading. I always love reading, but I never make it a priority, and I never create a habit of it. For the past years, I only used to read when I was on vacation, and I was not on vacation that often, so I didn't read much. And I'm very happy, because most of the time when I'm in bed, I rather read a little bit than watch a YouTube video. And I'm very happy about it. It means that I'm really enjoying reading, and I finally create that habit. So even though I still not fully accomplished this goal, I only read 11 from the 12 books I wanted to read, I already feel that I have accomplished that goal. Another goal was that I wanted to post 24 videos on YouTube this year. I'm not sure right now. I think I already post probably 13 or 14 videos until now, so I need to post 10 more videos. But again, I'm very happy with the path that I'm taking, because this last month I posted 4 videos, 1 per week, and for me that it is amazing. I just want to keep that consistent, and as I told you before, I love doing this. I love creating videos and editing them. and I really like it. I think it is a great hobby to have, at least for me. It is a way that I can use my creativity. And also, just a little backstory, but I study video photography in college. Right now I'm not working on it. My job has nothing to relate to this. However, I really like my job, but it is great to have something that I can use my creativity. Looking at my goals, I'm pretty happy with everything. I'm working out and all that. The only goal that I'm not being able to accomplish, and I try to work on this goal during October, it is to have a better morning and night routine. And I think it is being harder to accomplish this goal because, first of all, what is actually a better morning and night routine to myself? That it is a question that I've been making myself, and I feel that I have no answer. First of all, because I would love to be one of those persons that wake up at 7 a.m. and work out at 8 a.m. and at 9 already like journaling, workout. I would love to be that person and be a morning person. However, I feel that for me, waking up before 8, it really doesn't help because I feel so sleepy, so tired. I feel it takes me too much time to start doing things, and I feel like waking up at 8 a.m. it helps me to feel more energetic. However, if I wake up at 8 a.m. I'm not able to do all the things I want to do in the morning. So this is like a goal that I really would love to accomplish until the end of the year. Last month I was very optimistic that I was going to be able to accomplish it. Right now I have some doubts. I'm still going to work on that goal, but I think I still have to, try different morning routines and night routines and actually see what works better for me and all that. So my goals for this new month is continue working out, continue reading. Right now I'm already starting reading Christmas books, which I love. I'm very happy. And I also want to continue to post. These are my goals for this month and my review about last month and the 2025 goals. And now I'm going to do my book review of all the books that I read during October. I've been loving this part of my channel where I do like little book reviews. As I told you, like, it is my new hobby. I've been loving to read and talk about the books that I'm reading. I forgot that I read 4 books in October and I do not have like the first one in here, but I'm a little bit lazy to go downstairs and pick it up, so I'm going to put an image in here. But the first book that I read in October, it is The Lady of the Rivers, and that's the first book of the Tudor series from Philippa Gregory. I think I already told, like in other videos, I read 2 books already from the Philippa Gregory. This is the third one, all from the Tudor series, and I love her writing. I love a historical fictional book, and now I already have like the rest of the books of that series, so I'm really excited to get into it, even though I'm only going to continue reading that series next year, because right now I'm focusing in reading Christmas books, which I'm very happy. And now let's move on to the other 3 books. So the other 3 books that I read are all from the same series, the Dream Harbor series. They are all from Laurie Gilmore. And as you can see, I read 3 books. I had bought these 2 together on Vinted, and when I was in the middle of this book, I bought this one. And I have mixed feelings about these books. I have mixed feelings, and I'm going to explain a little bit why. So, when I was starting reading this book, I was hating it. Like the first 3 chapters, I hated it. However, after it, I was really excited to read this book. And the thing is, it's not because the first 3 chapters are bad. What changed, it was my attitude toward this book. How can I explain this? When I started reading this book, I feel that I was reading a story from Wattpad. And if you remember about that app where people that, you know, were not authors, they would write fanfics and other romance stories, and they were not very well written, they were in their teenager style, they were a little bit cringy, and I feel that this book, it is the same. So this is not me recommending you to read like this series, unless you want to bring like your inner teenager to the surface and feel that you are reading a Wattpad story. I had to change the battery, but as I was saying, this book, it is a love story, it is a romance, it happens more or less during autumn. The guy is more grumpy and the female character is more cheerful and all that, so like supposedly their personality is kind of different. However, like they have more like an insta love, and I think it is like a little bit weird since he's supposed to be a grumpy style. I think it would make more sense to have like a slow burn instead of an insta love. I was talking about these books with one of my friends. She had already read this and the second one. She was talking about their personality and the actions of the characters. And she's writing this because characters, they are like 29, 30 years old, so you should feel that they are more mature, but from my perspective, like they act like teenagers. And that's why I told you like you should look at this and probably bring like your teenager to the surface, because the truth, yes, they act like teenagers, they do not like their age. And I know it because I'm 27 years old and I feel that these books are more like teenagery. The second book, it is a very similar vibe of the first one, and I really thought that I was going to like as much as the first one. However, I did not enjoy as much. First of all, it had a lot of spice scenes. And from the beginning, like, and when I say a lot, it is a lot. If you like books that have like a lot of spice scenes, you're probably going to enjoy it. For me, I think that it came to a point that it was just like too much. It started being everything almost feel like the same, and I feel that the story was not evolving, and for me it came to a point that started being a little bit annoying. Another thing I did not enjoy about this book, it is, look at the cover. You look at the title, the Cinnamon Bun Bookstore, and you also look at the cover, and what do you think? It is an autumn book, right? It looks like an autumn book. The name seems like an autumn book. This book happens during the last month of summer. I feel that you only start feeling a little bit of autumny like in probably the final chapters. So most of the book, it happens during the last month of summer. This is a summer book. This is not an autumn book. And until the middle of the book, I was convinced that the autumn part was going to start, and only when I was getting to the end and I realized that only in the last chapters they were starting to describing like a little bit, and not even that much, like yeah, it's starting to get a little bit more colder, or it is not so hot. You understand that this is not an autumn book, it is a completely summer book. And for me that was like a little bit disappointing, because I was reading this book during October thinking I was reading another autumn book to put me, you know, in the autumn mood, and in the end it is a summer book. And now the third book. So this is the Gingerbread Bakery. As you can see by the cover, it is a Christmas book, and it is actually, and it happens during December. So the couples from all of these books, they are all friends, so this is like a group of friends, and this is why I decided to purchase this one, that it is like the fifth from the series. The couples from all these books are the original friend group that they described in the first book, and the reason that made me really excited to buy this book, it is, and I'm going to give you a little spoiler, so skip 20 seconds if you don't want to hear any spoiler, but the couple from the first book is getting married in this one. And when I saw that, I decided I'm going to buy this book because I want to see more about that first couple. So this book, it is Anonymous to Lovers. The only thing in that, for me, it was a little bit annoying. It was that the couple only got together really like in the last 2 chapters. First of all, they were enemies to lovers. Obviously they had that energy in there that you could see they like each other, but they didn't want to acknowledge their feelings. But I feel that they could get together just a little bit earlier. I'm not saying like in the beginning of the book, obviously, but I would like to feel that they are together at least for 4 chapters. However, I enjoy this book. It is a Christmas one, and again it has like the same style that the first and the second book. And with this, I complete my book review. The last thing I'm going to do, it is change the wallpaper for my computer. I'm going to put this a little bit here. Okay, you can see a little bit my computer. I'm going to change this. I think you can see my computer, but as you can see, the mood board that I have in here, it is summer related, obviously, because it has like summer written in here. So I need to change this and make a new mood board until the end of the year. I'm going to change the vibe, and I'm going to give a more Christmassy and autumny vibe. But I think like the mood board, it will still keep like showing the same things, like a vlogging camera and also making bread. I actually already start making bread and I'm very proud. And like books, workout, all that stuff. I'm also going to put this of 1000 subscribers. This is not my goal until the end of the year because it will not be realistic, but I would love to accomplish this number until the end of next year, and I feel that I should already start manifesting now. This is the vibe until the end of the year. Working on my hobbies, reading, editing and recording videos, and also I want a very cozy vibe and just enjoying this time of the year that I love so much. So right now I really have to leave the house. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and if you like, please subscribe and leave a like, and I'm going to see you in my next video. Bye!